Vinod Khosla forecasts 2040 AI revolution to elevate global GDP by 50% and redefine work. Date, July 4, 2025. In a thought-provoking interview on the Uncapped with Jack Altman podcast, Vinod Khosla, a renowned Silicon Valley venture capitalist and entrepreneur, laid out his ambitious predictions for the future of artificial intelligence AI, its transformative impact on the workforce and the global economy. Khosla's insights suggest a revolution that will redefine work and significantly elevate global GDP by 2040. Key predictions and insights. 1. Job automation and workforce transformation. Khosla forecasts that within the next 5 years AI will be capable of performing up to 80% of high-value jobs currently handled by humans. He believes this shift will lead to a fundamental transformation in how society functions, suggesting that by 2040 individuals may no longer need to work for a living. Instead, work will become a pursuit of personal interest rather than a necessity for survival. 2. Decline of Fortune 500 companies. Khosla anticipates a dramatic acceleration in the demise of established Fortune 500 companies, predicting that the 2030s will witness a faster rate of decline than any previous decade. He emphasizes that this transition will not be driven by existing firms but rather by new entrepreneurial ventures that will reshape the market landscape. 3. Sector-specific changes. Healthcare. Khosla envisions a future where medical expertise becomes freely accessible, prompting a complete rethinking of healthcare systems. However, he acknowledges that regulatory barriers may slow this transformation. Robotics. He predicts that by the 2030s most households will have humanoid robots initially tasked with simple chores such as cooking. Energy. Khosla expresses optimism about advancements in energy technologies, particularly fusion and superhot geothermal energy, which he believes could become cheaper than natural gas. 4. Societal and geopolitical implications. Khosla raises concerns about the potential use of AI by authoritarian regimes for both oppressive and benevolent purposes. He warns that the greatest risks may arise from nations like China utilizing AI for cyber warfare and social influence. 5. Innovation philosophy. Advocating for founder-driven innovation, Khosla argues that significant breakthroughs often emerge from entrepreneurs rather than established corporations. He suggests that experts struggle to predict the future accurately as they tend to rely on historical patterns rather than envisioning new possibilities. Timeline of predictions. By 2025, significant advancements in AI capabilities will be evident, with automation beginning to impact various jobs. By 2030, AI will automate 80% of high-value jobs, leading to a dramatic shift in employment landscapes and business structures. By 2040, the necessity to work will largely diminish, fundamentally changing the motivation behind human labor. Common themes across sources. All sources highlight Khosla's prediction of substantial job automation and the looming crisis for Fortune 500 companies. They emphasize his views on the transformative potential of AI across various sectors, particularly healthcare and energy. Moreover, each source notes his concerns about the societal implications of AI, particularly regarding authoritarian uses of technology. Differences in sources. While all sources agree on the central predictions, some variations exist in the depth of coverage regarding specific sectors and the implications of Khosla's forecasts. For instance, the Economic Times provides a more focused discussion on healthcare, while Fortune delves deeper into Khosla's philosophical views on innovation and risk. Conclusion. Khosla's forecasts paint a picture of a future radically reshaped by AI, with profound implications for work industry and society at large. His insights invite both optimism for the possibilities of automation and caution regarding the challenges that such rapid change may bring. With the potential to elevate global GDP by 50% by 2040, the AI revolution represents a pivotal moment in economic history, requiring thoughtful navigation to harness its benefits while mitigating risks. As society approaches these transformative years, Khosla's predictions serve as a critical reminder of the need for adaptability, innovation, and foresight in an increasingly automated world. Vinod Khosla's predictions regarding the impact of artificial intelligence (AI) on the global economy and workforce reveal several counterintuitive insights. Here are some of the key points that stand out. 1. Diminished need for work. Khosla projects that by 2040 the necessity to work for survival will be significantly reduced, with individuals choosing to work based on personal interests rather than financial need. This idea challenges conventional perspectives that work is inherently tied to economic necessity. It suggests a profound shift in societal values where work could become more about passion and less about survival. 2. Rapid demise of Fortune 500 companies. Khosla predicts that established Fortune 500 companies will face unprecedented rates of obsolescence, not primarily due to competition from other existing firms but rather from new entrants that will fundamentally reshape the market landscape. This counters the common belief that established companies have built-in advantages that protect them from rapid disruption. 3. AI's capabilities. The assertion that AI could automate 80% of high-value jobs by 2030 is startling, challenging the assumption that many complex jobs require a uniquely human touch. Khosla's view that AI can handle a vast majority of economically valuable tasks within a short time frame contradicts the belief that human skills, particularly in high-value sectors, will remain irreplaceable for the foreseeable future. 4. Healthcare transformation. Khosla argues that if medical expertise were freely available through AI, it would revolutionize healthcare systems. This perspective invites a reconsideration of how we think about access to healthcare and professional expertise. It challenges the notion that high-quality healthcare must be expensive or limited to trained professionals, proposing that technology could democratize access in ways previously unimagined. 5. Household robotics. The prediction that most households will have humanoid robots by the 2030s performing tasks like cooking raises questions about the nature of domestic labor and the role of technology in everyday life. This viewpoint could be seen as counterintuitive in a time when many view automation as a threat to jobs rather than a potential enhancement of personal convenience and quality of life. 6. Geopolitical risks of AI. Khosla highlights the potential for authoritarian regimes to exploit AI technologies for both oppressive and socially beneficial purposes. This duality challenges the overly simplistic narrative that AI is unequivocally beneficial or detrimental. It underscores the importance of considering how AI might serve different political agendas, making the discourse around AI more complex. 7. Founder-driven innovation. Khosla stresses that significant innovations typically come from entrepreneurs rather than established corporations. This notion contradicts the common expectation that larger resource-rich companies are more capable of driving innovation due to their capabilities. Instead, Khosla posits that agility and vision found in smaller startups are often more conducive to groundbreaking advancements. By forecasting a future where AI plays a central role in transforming work economic structures and personal lives, Khosla's insights push against many established beliefs about the economy and labor. They invite us to rethink our assumptions about the future of work, the viability of legacy companies, and the potential for technology to redefine societal norms. Vinod Khosla's predictions regarding the future impact of artificial intelligence (AI) on work and the economy present a transformative vision that invites both excitement and concern. Here are the critical insights from his forecasting that are significant yet might be overlooked. 1. The rate of job automation and its implications. Khosla's assertion that AI could automate 80% of high-value jobs by 2030 is staggering. This statistic is often highlighted but deserves deeper scrutiny. The notion that such a rapid transition will occur prompts an analysis of what constitutes high-value jobs. Many people might equate these with positions requiring advanced education and skills, yet Khosla seems to indicate that tasks across various sectors, including those typically viewed as high-level, will be susceptible to automation. Significance: this could lead to a drastic re-evaluation of education training. and workforce development. If 80% of high-value job tasks can be managed by AI, it raises questions about the skills that will remain relevant in the future of education systems globally. Preparing a workforce for this inevitable shift is a challenge that policymakers and educational institutions must address urgently. 2. The disruption of Fortune 500 companies. Khosla's prediction that many established Fortune 500 companies will face a faster demise due to AI is noteworthy. While the trend of digital transformation has already impacted various businesses, he suggests that the next decade will see a more acute disruption. Significance: this accelerates the need for businesses to innovate continuously. The implication here is not just for the companies themselves but for investors, employees, and consumers. A rapid shift in market leaders could destabilize job security and economic stability, highlighting the need for adaptive strategies in both corporate governance and personal financial planning. 3. Healthcare transformation via AI. Khosla envisions a future where medical expertise is freely accessible, fundamentally reshaping healthcare systems. While this is an area of optimism, the regulatory barriers he cites could severely hinder progress. Significance: the potential democratization of healthcare through AI could address significant disparities in access. However, the realization of this vision depends on overcoming regulatory inertia and vested interests that benefit from the current system. This presents a dual challenge: advocating for progressive policy changes while ensuring that the technology developed is equitable and beneficial for all. 4. Societal and geopolitical risks of AI. Khosla emphasizes the risk of authoritarian regimes leveraging AI for oppressive means, which is often overshadowed by the excitement surrounding technological advancements. Significance: this acknowledgement of geopolitical implications is crucial. As AI becomes more powerful, the ethical considerations surrounding its use will become increasingly complex. The potential for misuse by governments could lead to societal unrest and a redefinition of global power dynamics. This calls for international collaboration on ethical standards and regulations governing AI development and deployment. 5. Founder-driven innovation philosophy. Khosla's emphasis on the role of entrepreneurs in driving innovation versus established companies is a critical insight often overlooked in discussions on technological advancement. Significance: this perspective highlights the importance of fostering an entrepreneurial ecosystem that supports new ideas and the disruption of traditional business models. It suggests that for society to fully harness the potential of AI, there must be an environment conducive to innovation, which includes funding for startups, mentorship opportunities, and a regulatory framework that encourages experimentation without undue risk. 6. The concept of work by 2040. Khosla predicts that by 2040 the necessity to work for survival will diminish, transforming work into a pursuit of passion rather than necessity. This notion is profound and often met with skepticism. Significance: if this prediction holds true, it raises questions about the structure of society and the economy. The implications for social structures, mental health, and personal fulfillment are immense. How societies will adapt to a world where work is voluntary rather than obligatory remains a complex issue, necessitating discussions around universal basic income, mental health support, and community engagement. 7. Advancements in energy technologies. Khosla expresses optimism about energy technologies like fusion and geothermal energy, suggesting they could revolutionize energy costs. Significance: this optimism should not be overlooked as energy costs significantly impact economies and individual livelihoods. Transitioning to cheaper energy sources could empower emerging markets and provide a pathway for sustainable development. However, this transition will require substantial investment and innovation in energy infrastructure, highlighting the need for policy support and research funding. Conclusion: Vinod Khosla's predictions encapsulate a future that is both exciting and daunting, with radical shifts in employment, corporate dynamics, healthcare, and energy. The overlooked nuances within his insights, especially regarding workforce implications, societal structures, and geopolitical risks, are profound and demand careful consideration. As we approach these changes, proactive measures in education policymaking and community engagement will be essential to navigate the complexities of a rapidly evolving technological landscape. Vinod Khosla's predictions regarding the future of artificial intelligence (AI) and its impact on the economy and workforce presents several critical themes worthy of in-depth analysis. Here are the 4 most valuable points for discussion. 1. AI and job automation, the 80% prediction. Khosla's assertion that AI will automate 80% of high-value jobs by 2030 is a pivotal point in his forecast. This prediction raises significant questions about the future of work, the nature of employment, and the societal implications of widespread automation. Traditionally, high-value jobs have required specialized skills and education, often providing a stable income for individuals and families. If AI can perform these tasks, we must consider several potential outcomes. Redefinition of work, as Khosla suggests. The motivation for work may shift from necessity to personal interest. This could lead to a society where people engage in creative, entrepreneurial, or volunteer work rather than traditional employment. The implications for job satisfaction, mental health, and community engagement could be profound. Economic disparities. The displacement of jobs may exacerbate existing inequalities. Those with skills and education in AI and technology may thrive, while others may struggle to find meaningful work. Discussions around universal basic income (UBI) or other social safety nets could become more pressing as a response to this shift. Reskilling and education. There will be a pressing need for educational systems to adapt, focusing more on teaching skills that complement AI rather than compete with it. The role of training programs and lifelong learning will be critical in preparing the workforce for this new landscape. 2. Impact on Fortune 500 companies. Khosla predicts a dramatic decline in established Fortune 500 companies, suggesting that new entrants will disrupt these markets. This point invites a deeper examination of innovation and entrepreneurship. Khosla emphasizes founder-driven innovation, indicating that new companies with agile structures and fresh ideas will outpace established giants. This could lead to a renaissance in entrepreneurship where small businesses and startups drive economic growth and job creation. Market evolution. The rapid demise of established companies could lead to a more dynamic and competitive market environment. This evolution might benefit consumers through lower prices and improved services. But it could also lead to instability in sectors that struggle to adapt. Corporate responsibility. As companies face existential threats from technological advancements, their approach to corporate responsibility and community engagement may shift. Firms may need to prioritize long-term sustainability and ethical practices to survive in a rapidly changing landscape. 3. Sector-specific transformations, healthcare and energy. Khosla's insights into specific sectors, particularly healthcare and energy, highlight the transformative potential of AI. Healthcare revolution. Khosla envisions a future where medical expertise is freely accessible, fundamentally reshaping healthcare systems. This scenario raises critical questions about access to care, the role of health professionals, and the ethical implications of AI-driven diagnostics and treatment. Energy innovations. His optimism about advancements in energy technologies such as fusion and geothermal energy suggests a potential shift toward cleaner, more sustainable energy sources. This transformation could have far-reaching implications for environmental policy, energy independence, and global economic dynamics. Regulatory challenges. While Khosla acknowledges the potential for rapid transformation, he also notes the challenges posed by existing regulatory frameworks. The discussion around how to balance innovation with safety and ethical considerations will be crucial as these sectors evolve. 4. Societal and geopolitical implications of AI. Khosla's concerns about the potential for authoritarian regimes to leverage AI for both oppression and benevolence highlight the dual-edged nature of technological advancements. AI as a tool for power. The potential use of AI by state actors for surveillance control or even warfare introduces significant ethical and security dilemmas. The international community must grapple with how to regulate and manage these technologies to prevent misuse. Global inequities. The disparity in AI capabilities between nations could exacerbate global inequalities. Countries that lead in AI development may gain significant geopolitical advantages, influencing global power dynamics and economic stability. Public perception and trust. As AI becomes more integrated into society, public trust in these technologies will be paramount. Transparency, accountability, and ethical AI development practices will be essential to foster confidence among citizens. Conclusion. Vinod Khosla's forecasts about the future of AI and its impact on the economy and workforce present a complex landscape filled with opportunities and challenges. As we explore the implications of job automation, corporate evolution, sector-specific transformations, and societal impacts, it becomes clear that proactive engagement and thoughtful policymaking will be essential to navigate this impending revolution. The conversations surrounding these themes will shape our collective response to the AI-driven future and its potential to redefine humanity's relationship with work, industry, and one another. 1. The Industrial Revolution, 18th to 19th century. The Industrial Revolution marked a significant turning point in history, where manual labor and agrarian societies transitioned to industrialized and urbanized economies. The introduction of machinery and steam power drastically altered production processes, leading to mass unemployment in traditional sectors like agriculture and handicrafts. Similar to Khosla's predictions regarding AI, this period saw the automation of many jobs, leading to both economic benefits and societal upheaval as workers faced displacement and the need for new skills. 2. The dot-com bubble, late 1990s, early 2000s. The rise of the internet and technology companies during the late 1990s led to a rapid transformation of the economy akin to Khosla's forecast of AI reshaping industries. Many traditional companies struggled to adapt to the digital landscape, resulting in the collapse of numerous established firms and the emergence of new tech giants. The aftermath of the dot-com bubble highlighted the volatility of established business models in the face of disruptive technologies, paralleling Khosla's warning about the potential demise of Fortune 500 companies due to AI advancements. 3. The Great Recession, 2007 to 2009. The Great Recession was a significant economic downturn that resulted from the collapse of the housing market and financial institutions. Similar to Khosla's concerns about the consequences of AI on employment, this economic crisis led to widespread job losses, particularly in sectors reliant on traditional business practices. The recession prompted a re-evaluation of economic structures and workforce needs, leading to shifts in job markets and the rise of new industries reflecting the transformative potential of technology, as noted in Khosla's forecasts about AI-driven changes. Vinod Khosla, a leading figure in Silicon Valley and a prominent venture capitalist, has articulated a vision for the future that hinges on the transformative potential of artificial intelligence, AI. In a recent interview, Khosla projected that by 2030, AI could automate up to 80% of high-value jobs, significantly altering the workforce landscape and the global economy. His predictions outline a future where the necessity for traditional employment diminishes and societal structures are redefined. Key predictions for 2040. 1. Widespread job automation. Khosla asserts that within the next 5 years AI will have the capability to perform the majority of economically valuable jobs currently held by humans. By 2040, he foresees a scenario where the concept of work changes fundamentally, with individuals engaging in work primarily for personal fulfillment rather than financial necessity. 2. Decline of Fortune 500 companies. He warns of an accelerated decline among established Fortune 500 companies, predicting that the 2030s will see an unprecedented rate of business failures. Khosla believes that this transformation will be driven not by the existing corporations but by new startups that will disrupt traditional business models. 3. Sector-specific innovations. Healthcare. Khosla forecasts a revolution in healthcare. where access to medical expertise becomes universal and free. This shift will challenge existing healthcare systems, although he acknowledges that regulatory barriers may slow this progress. Robotics, he predicts that by the 2030s most households will have humanoid robots initially performing simple tasks like cooking. The main limitation, according to Khosla, will not be the hardware but the intelligence embedded in these machines. Energy, Khosla expresses optimism regarding advancements in energy technologies, particularly nuclear fusion and superhot geothermal energy, which he believes could become cheaper alternatives to current energy sources. For geopolitical implications, Khosla raises concerns about the role of AI in global politics, particularly regarding authoritarian regimes. He suggests that countries like China may leverage AI for both coercive and benevolent purposes, raising ethical questions about the societal impact of such technologies. 5. Innovation and entrepreneurship. Khosla champions a founder-driven approach to innovation, arguing that transformative ideas typically emerge from entrepreneurs rather than established corporations. He emphasizes that experts often fail to predict the future accurately as they tend to rely on historical trends. Timeline of predictions. By 2025, significant advancements in AI capabilities will emerge, beginning to reshape job markets. By 2030, AI will automate a significant portion of high-value jobs, prompting a re-evaluation of employment and business structures. By 2040, the need for traditional work may largely dissipate, with individuals pursuing interests rather than jobs driven by financial need. Societal ramifications. Khosla's predictions imply profound societal changes that could redefine the human experience. As work becomes less central to daily life, questions about identity, purpose, and economic security will arise. Additionally, the rapid evolution of technology necessitates a robust dialogue around ethical considerations, particularly concerning privacy, security, and the equitable distribution of AI benefits. Conclusion. Vinod Khosla's forecasts present an ambitious and potentially transformative vision for the future shaped by AI. While the possibilities of increased efficiency and accessibility in various sectors are exciting, they come with challenges that society must address. As we approach these pivotal years, proactive engagement from policymakers, businesses, and the public will be crucial to navigate the complexities of a world increasingly influenced by artificial intelligence.